Is Disney star Rachel Zegler about to be dumped by Disney? As ever, let me explain. Good morning, Neil Sean here on a blisteringly beautiful sunny day here in London town. Yes, it's nice to share the sunshine with you. And as I've often said here on the show, nothing like free vitamin D, is there? You don't need to go to the doctors or the chemist and buy those vitamin D tablets, do you? Have you noticed wherever you turn on, you're short of something? I know what I'm short of. Cash normally, but you know what it's like, seriously. You do kind of look, don't you? Every news program, you need to be taking this, you should be doing that, hanging upside down from your lampshade. You know, you kind of think, what next? You know, can you not just leave us alone? Don't are you? It's the same for you, isn't it? I know. Well, here's some cheery news. Oh, well, some say cheery news because can you believe it that Barbie has become one of the now biggest movies, all thanks to it reaching billion, you know. And when you think about it, good luck to its star Margot Robbie, who really had to push hard with the studios to make them understand that this could be a hit. I think it's timed perfectly, simply because after the pandemic we want some nonsense. This is nonsense. Forget the underlying tones. It's just ridiculous fun. She plays it incredibly well. The sort of glittery pinkery of it all screams out at the screen, and it's what you want. Fresh, bright colours, cartoony characters, and more importantly, that not much of a storyline that taxes the brain. On the flip side of that, one company that really has, taxed its own brain is the very woke Disney organization. Walt Disney's dream was not this, let me tell you. But what's fascinating to notice, in their new wokey remakes of all of their classics, it seems the stars are hell-bent on breaking down any sort of chance of success. The latest is the remake of Snow White. No seven dwarves this time. No, far too controversial for that. But Rachel Zegler, who's going to be playing Snow White, not my vision of Snow White, has once again emerged with a previous interview, basically claiming that she wasn't a fan of the 1937 classic, didn't enjoy the movie, and felt the prince was something of a stalker. What a lovely 22-year-old girl analogy of that. Recently, she also claimed that, in fact, their version of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs wouldn't be what people expect. No, we've already gathered that it might not be fun, enlightening, and escapism. It's going to have a message. It's going to be about people achieving. Oh, how drearily dull. Seems though that Disney could be waking up. According to a well-placed source at Disney, who I've spoken to, if it goes down this path, there's three options. They could suspend the star, put her on a morality clause in her contract, re-media train her. Personally, I know what I'd be doing, just getting bolted from her. Clearly useless and doesn't know how to sell a movie. This is going to cost millions of pounds to make. And what they're aiming for is a tiny fraction of the audience. This is the problem with the cancel culture and wokery. There's a tiny, percentage of people that want these particular remits, if you like, out there. So many more don't, but it's the so many more that don't that you need to make a successful movie. Now, for Rachel Zegler, she could get paid regardless. Whether it does well at the box office, well, won't be her problem. But the bottom line is, she seemingly, along with other cast members, is doing her very best to wipe any chance of success out before it's even started. Snow White looks like it could be turned into a snow black screen very quickly. It's a developing story, and as ever, when I know more, you'll know more. But finally, let's say a big congratulations to Barbie and Margot Robbie. Whatever you think of the movie, along with Oppenheimer, they've pulled people back into cinema, and that means jobs, escapism, and more importantly, hopefully, some better movies on the way. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.